it was interesting to me to finally get to see the show after having filmed it because of how it fits into the storyline and the plot line of all of the different episodes and characters, and watching, Kit Harington from before. I didn't get to see him looking like that because it was many years earlier in the story.
I enjoyed Extrapolations, though it was very concerning to me while I was witnessing it. But first of all, Michael, I really love the dynamic that Rowan has with his ex-stepmother, played by Indira Varma. What was it like to kind of play out that story with her?
Oh, I mean, it was such a joy. I love Indira very much, and we got to get many lunches and dinners together and sort of talk about, really what was at the root of this relationship and how they bond, and I think that they have very unique things in common, which is they both feel they have very strong civic duty to do something and act on helping the world, and they also can relate to a semi-estranged relationship with, Ed Norton's character, and this very interesting dynamic of, I think, people changing. A big thing is that Rowan's dad at one point believed in geoengineering and taught him about it, and then sort of changed their mind, and people get to change their minds, but sometimes someone's whole ideals can change. And when you're a kid and you grow up learning one thing and someone says, actually, no, a kid, or you marry a partner, right? And your husband or your wife sort of changes their whole ideals. It's very confusing. I think that brings them together because they still believe in this cause while he believes it's not the way to go anymore.
Diane, Alpha occupies a really morally gray space in this climate change storyline that's evolving over the course of Extrapolations. And when we meet Martha, she's kind of like, maybe some shady things are going on, but she also kind of draws her own moral lines. Where would you say she falls in the grand scheme of things?
I think that hindsight 2020, right, with most humans I've known, including myself. So it's a difficult and expensive way to learn, to wish for a different past. That's not really very sane. So at what point are we willing to, and is Martha particularly willing to go out on a limb and take the leap to do what she feels is right? But she has to hang on to her position in order to have access to do the right thing. And so we don't know if she will or what she will or when she will or if she can even. And so it was interesting to me to finally get to see the show after having filmed it because of how it fits into the storyline and the plot line of all of the different episodes and characters, and watching, Kit Harington from before. I didn't get to see him looking like that because it was many years earlier in the story. So anyway, yeah.
Also equally important, as I was watching, your first episode was like Martha and Jonathan. All your scenes were with Jonathan on the phone. And I was like, is this on purpose? Is this noticeable? The Martha and Jonathan. Should their last names be Kent? That's just saying.
Oh, interesting. You went there.
Yeah.
Okay, you went there.
Yeah.
And then on the opposite side of the superhero spectrum, I am excited to see you in Daredevil Born Again. What can you say, if anything, about what we can expect?
I don't think much. I think it's we just had our first read through. I think they're great. I think they're really exciting. Everyone is so kind and talented, and I'm just still pinching myself that I'm there. And I think I gotta be careful of Marvel not cutting my head off. So that's sort of what I can say, but I'm very excited, and I think it's going to make people really happy to return back to this world and sort of, Hell's Kitchen and all that.
Absolutely. And hopefully the world does not melt down before we get to see it. So thank you guys for doing your part in making people care about climate change.
Amazing. Thank you.
Have a great day.